Happy Juneteenth, everybody, because that's when I'm filming this video. But hello, everyone. It's your girl, Beauty 87 here, aka Grace. And today, we are going to get into ranking all of my Glamlite palettes. So, shout out to one of y'all who gave me this idea. Because I remember somebody commenting on the recent Glamlite video I did with the, the Red Velvet Cupcake palette. That, it was ashy on us. And the swatches didn't look the same, and that they were glad that I did the video so that they could find ideas on how to use the palette, since I guess whichever way they normally do their makeup, they wouldn't have been able to use it to their liking. So then I thought about it. I was like, well, I've got like 4 or 5 Glamlite palettes, so why don't we just go ahead and rank them, and then you can see what might actually work for you. And then I'll try to remember to link the videos up there, which I make no promises because we all know I'm really bad at that. And like 3 of these, I think you haven't even seen on camera, but 2 of them are on my eyes right now. So anyway, let's get started. We're gonna get the one out the way that you all know is my least favorite one. There's a whole other video concept behind this palette because I do not like it that much. So if you're not new to this channel, you already know this is the Ice Cream Dream palette from Glamlite. I just don't like this palette. And we know I am a sucker at a level of pastels, even though, as Karen Harris says, they do not love us back. I still love them. Oh, by the way, any of these palettes you would like to buy, please use code KHMakeup15 to get your discount. Especially because there's about to be a little baby Karen Harris coming in November, and I'm super excited because it's the month of the Scorpio, which I am. So I'm just elated for Karen. Congratulations to her. And make sure you use her code so that way we can feed baby Karen Harris. Okay? Thank you so much. But I do not like this palette. Back to the palette, which is what you actually came for. But we know I talk about Karen entirely too much, and since I know Karen had a code, we were going to put it in here, okay? But yeah, I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. The colors don't translate the way they do in the paint on the eye, and then I don't know, I was most excited about the bottom part, and then I feel like it didn't do justice or do as good as other Glamlite colors do for me, which you will see ranked higher up, because there's like a really nice colorful rainbow palette that might just be creeping up to like the very top, but you'll see that when we get there. But yeah, this one didn't do it for me at all. I know Karen really likes this palette, but I don't like it. I like Karen, but I don't like this. So this is number 6, I believe. I think I have 6. Let me count real quick. Yes, that's number 6. So let's get into number 5. Now number 5 is the one you just saw the video on recently that's made me this video idea. This is the Glamlite Red Velvet Cupcake palette. So let's see what she looks like on the inside. And you would think I would really like this because this is my color aesthetic and story, but you have to think because this is my color aesthetic and story, you're gonna have to come with it because I got like 3 other palettes in my collection at least to have the same color story. And I showed y'all 2 of them in that video. But I like better than this one, which is why this one is toward the bottom. It just doesn't do it for me the way that, you know, Love does it for me, or the way that Smoky Glow's palette does it for me. Because you gotta think Smoky Glow has a palette that's, I think, a year or almost 2 years old that's really similar to this color story. So this just wasn't doing it for me, impressing me. I mean, the color story is nice, and I'm gonna try to use it again soon. It's just, it wasn't like, oh crap, you know what I need to use? That palette. It's like, yeah, no. Like, I could live without this in my collection and been just fine, but I did want to see if the formula was gonna be different. And it's not necessarily I feel like the formula is different. I just think I have a personal preference toward those 2 brands better because I've used those more over time and made more looks with them. I feel like this one I'll be able to work in to my collection, but as a general rule, I'm just not like, oh crap, you know what I need? Like, to use that new Glamlite palette. Like, I got Boohoo was a palette, and that one just wasn't cutting it for me. So okay, y'all, so I miscounted. Apparently I have 8 instead of 6. So we're gonna start off at number 6 again, because I had number 6 as something else, but then I remembered there were 2 that I had stuck in the drawer. So number 6 is gonna be the Pie palette. I'm not really a fan of the shimmers in this palette. The mattes are nice, but I feel like the shimmers like or something you have to work with that I'm not necessarily a fan of. I feel like they have 2 different shimmer formulas, and this was the shimmer formula that I don't prefer, so that's why this one is lower down. I still like it a little bit better than the Red Velvet Cake one, which is why it's a little bit above it. I have not tried the blush yet, but I'm interested to try it. I know Karen really likes this palette. I like the color story of this one a little bit better than the Red Velvet one. Let me show them side by side. But I feel like it'll be a great companion palette to the Red Velvet. So I might have to do a palette mashup situation with these 2 on my Instagram or something like that. Now that, you know, This one's out. I like to keep all my Glamlite palettes sitting out, but since I had stuck 2 of those in the drawer, that's how I forgot them. And why we had to add on to this video some more. So, oh Lord, I'm dreading editing this now because I'm going to have to remember that I need to edit the other part out. Anyway, let's get into number 5. So number 5 is going to be the Glamlite Viva Taco palette. This is what it looks like. I've only played with this once. I feel like that's why I put it a little lower down, and the color story of this one isn't as nice to me as some other ones that you're gonna see. So I mean, it gives a nice like grungy effect if you will. It has the greens and it has some purples and some other colors. I just feel like it wasn't an exciting color story to me as the other ones. It performs better than the pie palette though, which is why it's a little bit higher in my personal opinion. But I don't know, I'm not that drawn to the color story. It was one of more of those, like, you know, I told you all I buy Glamlite when it's on sale and it was 50% off because of Cinco de Mayo. So that's how I ended up with that one. The next one I have is the Burger Slider palette from Glamlite. So this is, what is it? I said I had 8. So this is number 4. Yeah, number 4. I had been wanting this one for a while, but I wouldn't pay full price for it. So when they had the 50% off sale on National Burger Day, I got the small one because I didn't want the big one, especially because of the type of material this was, and the impossibility of storing it because it's like, we know I don't have a beauty room yet. So I was like, I don't have like a dedicated space where I could like store and put these up as statement pieces in the room. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and get the small one. Plus I like the color story of the small one better than of the big one. Plus I had seen a lot of people with the bigger palette having like this liquid leaking out of it, and I didn't want that going on with my palette. So I was like, I'm gonna just go ahead and get the smaller one. I like the quality of this one. Okay, I actually have these 2 blue shades here in my inner corner, and I think it looks quite nice. So I didn't try to match in this palette yet, but I noticed that the consistency of the earlier palettes is different than the consistency of some of the later palettes, and since it's one of the earlier palettes, I figured the consistency of it would be the same as all the other ones that you'll see coming up, which is the formula that I prefer over like the newer formula, which is like why those 3 were at the bottom, because I feel like they're a different formula than this one as far as the shimmers go. Not the mattes, just the shimmers. But this is what it looks like, and that's why I got put where it got put. So that was number 4. So here we are with number 3. Number 3 is on my eyes right now. It's the Street Taco from Glamlite. This is the other one I bought during Cinco de Mayo. I have this orange shade on my lid right here, Picante. I think it looks really nice. This is the second time I have used this particular palette, and I think it looks amazing. So the color story of this one just rings a little bit true to me, and I like it a little bit better than I do the bigger one, which is why it got ranked higher up. But the form on them is the same. It's just more of a color story preference when it gets there. So number 2, believe it or not, and I know you'll probably be shocked at how high this is because of the color story of it, and we know I'm sitting up here just colorful crazy lady, but this is the Glamlite chocolate donut palette. Now I want to get the original donut palette as well, but I got this one when it came back in stock during the holidays when the pie palette was 50% off, so I just went ahead and broke down and bought it and used Karen's code. So since Karen was the one who was raving about it, and the highlighter in it is really nice along with the shades in it, so it's like if I had to brush and do a like eye look, I wouldn't be opposed to picking this one up because I know it would perform well. It would give me a nice smoky look that I love to have, and it wouldn't take that long to do. So I definitely recommend this if you're like a neutral lover. I tried to that's another reason I ranked it a little bit higher up for the neutral lovers. There is something there for you if you don't want to be like, you know, a colorful clown or like a happy clown, as Angie says. You can be, you know, like a neutral clown and be happy, I guess. Even though that wouldn't make you a clown because you're not really colorful, but you could be a smoky neutral babe, I guess. I don't know, but I like the color story of this one. I actually like the way it performs too when I want to do like a smoky look and I don't have time to put in a whole bunch of effort and work into eye look. I wouldn't mind picking it up and using it. So that's why it's number 2. For the formula, the actual color story, because I feel like their mattes run deep enough for people my skin tone to get a look. A lot of times when palettes are neutral, I feel like the colors don't run deep enough, or they have like one deeper color for you to put on the outer V. But it's like, you know, if I want to switch it up, I want to be able to have options, and I feel like that palette does a good job with that, considering how small the color story is. So number 1, I feel like no one is surprised about what number 1 is in this video, just because of how much color I love. It is the Glamlite Cake palette. So this is what she looks like. I mean, are we really surprised why I picked this one? No, we are not surprised why I picked this one. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It has blues and greens and purples, and then it has some nice little pink tones, and it gives you a couple of neutral tones if you have to rush quick and need to do a quick neutral look. But overall, it screams color, and I'm here for it. It just reminds me of all the sprinkles, the colorful sprinkles that they put on a cake, and then maybe it's like a chocolate cake, so that's why these colors are here. But the rest is just the colorful sprinkles that are on top of the chocolate cake, and it's just lovely, and I'm here for it. So those are all my Glamlite palettes, and those are the order I've ranked them in. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed. Okay, bye. Oh, P.S. I am wearing Proper Beauty's Prowess lipstick if anybody cares. Okay, bye.